evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Socially Distant, where my new mission in life is to get my co-host to be Joe Exotic's next husband. I'm your host, Alex Weber. And who are you?
Hi, my name is Richie Oliver. I'm running for governor of Oklahoma. Currently third in the polls. So, yeah. And if, hey, I mean, I'll be Joe Exotic's, fifth husband?
I don't know.
I'm not gay, but $35 is $35.
Oh, no, he was given a lot more than $35.
I'm not gay, but expired meat from Walmart is expired meat from Walmart.
My God, dude. Like, I'm like, okay.
The fucking pizzas?
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so they're feeding the tiger or like the animals potentially expired meat from Walmart. Like, okay, probably not great, but these animals eat a shitload of raw meat all the time. So, like, I'm sure their digestive systems are different than ours, but I don't really know because I'm not a fucking animal doctor.
Yep.
But when they made the connection with the pizzas, it's like, oh, that was bad.
That's going to make you rethink every pizza that you now grill.
Yeah.
Right?
Every pizza that I now grow.
Grill.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. 7 rings in Japanese. Small grill. So, but yeah, let's talk about, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to start with?
So, first of all, how was your day?
My day was good. I woke up, I made a cup of coffee, I worked, I made lunch, then I worked, and then made dinner, then watched Tiger King, episode 5, and now I'm here.
Nice.
How about you? What did you do?
I had some work stuff to do today. Again, technically my furlough starts on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So I am still technically an employee, which is super weird because I get this case of the fuckets real bad sometimes past week.
Yep.
Where I'm just like, I kind of want to just like stare at the ceiling for 45 minutes.
Yep.
Which is weird, but it's nice that everyone's throwing work at me all of a sudden because up until this point, my work from home days have been pretty not super populated with actually me like having a lot of stuff to do. It's sort of like projects come in, I do them, and then I wait for another one. But now it's just like, hey, well, let's have you do this while we can.
Exactly.
So it's super weird because when I had the energy to actually do work, I wasn't getting a lot of work. But now that I'm like checked out and having to worry about
you're getting a bunch of work to do,
figuring out unemployment and shit, like then I get all the work. But I did get the official like letter stating that as of April 6th. April 6th. So Monday. I'm on furlough for 6 weeks, ideally. So I think that's May 15th ish.
Wow, not even hoping like end of April.
Yeah, well they said May 5th or 6 weeks or earlier. But I think like realistically, that's kind of what they're shooting for.
Yep. I'm hoping that this goes away by end of April, like earlier end of April. Hopefully, like by like April 27th.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sort of hedging my bets for sometime in May.
Yeah.
Not because I want it to be in May. I mean, obviously I'd like it to be done fucking yesterday, but like.
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like it's probably gonna go to that. But I guess we really don't know, and there's only one way to find out, and that is that's just sitting here and waiting.
Honestly, that's all we can do is just wait it out. That's the good thing to do.
Yeah.
But wait it out at home.
Yeah, wait it out at home.
Everyone, don't make me go on another fucking rant again.
That was pretty funny.
Dude, that was also great that you called it a Richie rant.
Yeah, right. I was thinking it's always interesting coming up with like the descriptions for this because I'm like, all right, what can I? A Richie rant. That's a good one.
I'm not a naturally angry person.
No, you're not. So
but
it's interesting to see.
When I get angry, I get fucking angry.
Yeah.
And sometimes I might be looking like, what's his name from The Hangover when I'm angry, and people can't take me seriously. Or, you know what I mean? I always get angry at the worst times. Yeah. I get angry when I need people to take me seriously and they can't.
That's just one of the many traits of Richie Oliver.
Yep.
So yeah, with my new work situation, I can't apply for unemployment until the 6th or later, so
Oh wow.
Not until Monday, which makes sense because that's when I'm technically not an employee.
Yep.
So I will be chronicling this entire process on the show, just as sort of like a verbal diary of it, and then if anyone's ever curious for what the unemployment process is like in Massachusetts, I guess you're going to find out because I'm going to tell you whether you like it or not.
Amen.
Can I get an amen?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it for things with me personally. We do have some interesting Corona news snippets that we would like to share. Past couple episodes haven't really been Corona heavy, but you know what? It's a nice break.
Mm-hmm.
Our past 4 episodes have been incredible. By the way, this is episode 10 officially.
Oh shit!
Well,
really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if you're being technical, it's 11. If you're counting episode, it's episode 10 because we have 6.5, which will come out soon. Ooh.
Yeah. But so yeah, I didn't even expect it to be the 10th today. So I wish we planned more of a celebration. But
well, we got some interesting stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And just more fun times. It's rainy as hell over here. I don't know about down by you.
Yeah, I mean it's wet.
It's been gray and rainy all day.
And I'm not talking about the sky.
Oh.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Hey, yo.
Hey, oh, hey, yo.
Hey.
Hey, you're talking. Hey, you gotta walk. You gotta talk. The rain.
It's definitely been more gray and crummy out lately, but I'm super glad that it's doing it now, and it's not oh, hey guys, look, it's 85 and sunny and beautiful, and y'all cucks gotta stay inside.
And I mean, it's not you can still take a walk. Not really where you are, just because there's more people.
Well, I try to go on a walk usually the first thing when I wake up, and it's literally a sub 10-minute walk, 5 minutes at most, and it's just around a block across there. Yep. And I'll see maybe one human being on the other side of the street. I did go for today. I did a different route, and I passed by someone, but again, I only saw one person. So as long as you time it, do what you got to do, because I need to stretch my legs sometimes. I wish I had a private hiking reserve where I could just go hike and be the only one there, but
dude,
I'm not rich, so I don't have that.
And hunt people for sport?
Well, that's what Dr. Phil does.
Really?
I don't know
if that's a rumor that's going around.
This was on Twitter a couple months ago. It was pictures from different rooms of Dr. Phil's house.
Yeah, oh yes.
And they're really weird and eccentric. And one of the comments
he's got a really weird place.
One of the comments was Dr. Phil definitely hunts people for sport.
Jesus Christ. Amen to that. So, but yeah, let's go into our first piece of news.
Let's bring it into current events. This occurred, I believe it was yesterday morning. It's today. So this was yesterday morning. And I just realized that this happened on April Fool's Day, so I hope it's actually real. It has to be real. It was on the news. The news would never lie to us.
Space landing.
But I saw this on Twitter this morning under Twitter news, and I took a picture of the headline and put it on my Instagram story with a snippet of There Is a Light That Never Goes Out by the Smiths, because this headline is Truck Stuffed with Toilet Paper Catches Fire on Texas Interstate.
Oh.
Which I just think is fucking hilarious.
In the arms of the angel, far away from here. I'll get the picture of Sam McLaughlin.
Yeah.
For just 30 cents a day, you too can help. Can help a guy in his apartment have a roll of underwear.
Literally, if this happened any other year, if a toilet paper truck caught fire,
it would be funny.
No one would ever. I mean, this is still hilarious for me because I think the whole toilet paper thing is ridiculous.
Yep.
I get needing toilet paper, but you don't need to stockpile it. But that's neither here nor there. So
why do you think people invented the toilet brush? Fucking get up in there and do it yourself,
it's
man.
It's bent, you know.
It's bent. You can go right up in it. Sometimes they're not bent. You got to worry about that. But
you know,
I don't know if you ever follow this guy on Twitter. I can't remember his name, but he does a Trump impression, but he talks about like pooping.
Yeah.
And he goes, "They don't want you to poop. They've been shitting with the poop, and they came with the toilet paper and the rules and regulations. They gave you an ass, you get a sphincter." And I was like, yes, the guy said sphincter in Donald Trump's accent, and
sphincter. I can't do a Donald Trump, but I could hear it.
I'm honestly with him. I'm just waiting for the day that like he says just really stupid shit just on TV, but like not stuff that he said before, but like stuff that's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like he leaves and everybody's just there like, dude, no. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for that day.
And I'm sure when that day comes, if it comes soon enough, we'll talk about it on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, truck stuff with toilet paper catches fire. I do want to fact check that again because like it sounds so ridiculous that it could be an April Fool's thing, but like I don't think people would joke about that because especially a bunch of like news sites. So I'm pretty sure it's real. Anyway, whatever. Everything's bigger in Texas, so
including my penis.
Hoo-ha.
That's a little joke for the ladies. Oh no, sorry. So if you wanna have sex with me, go to Texas.
Remember the Alamo.
Remember the Alamo. Remember this fucking dick. Do you remember the Alamo? No, but I remember the one time I had sex with Richie Oliver, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm still in therapy.
Talk about Davy Crockett, right?
Oh Jesus! Fuck.
God fucking damn it, dude! I'm on a roll. Let's go.
So
I fly down there once a year to help men with their cucket lists.
Oh my God, that's a callback. Love to see it. Love to see it. El Rancho Richie. That's what that character's called.
No, that character is still Dr. Bhagavan Oliver.
The guy who helps people with their cucket lists.
But yeah, I still can't believe he did King Richard's Fair.
Yeah. That's
like,
crazy.
What the fuck?
And so we're going to touch on Tiger King after this next one.
Yep.
But this one is definitely more serious, and I definitely want to talk about this. This happened, I believe, 2 days ago. And I'll just read a headline. Brooklyn man being arrested for price gouging allegedly coughs on FBI agents and says he has coronavirus. So as background to this, a Brooklyn man was arrested for hoarding supplies and selling respirators and PPE to doctors and first responders at 700% markups.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So there's this guy who basically was just stockpiling boxes full of N95 respirators and so much stuff. Hand sanitizers, Clorox wipes, chemical cleaning supply agents, and surgical supplies.
Jesus Christ.
And so there was a doctor, I believe in New Jersey, who contacted him to like buy, PPE and other stuff, because he's a doctor and he needs it. And this guy's name is Feldheim, I believe. Feldheim, which is a pretty stupid fucking last name. So go fuck yourself, Baruch.
What's his first name?
Baruch. Baruch. So. Yeah. Damn it, Baruch.
That's about as bad as the last name, though, as like Shkreli.
Reminds me of Veruca Salt.
Dude, fucking Veruca Salt. And honestly, Veruca Salt would do that.
Exactly. So there's a conspiracy for you. Let's get Alex Jones on the show.
Dude.
So Feldham agreed to sell the doctor approximately 1,095 masks and other assorted materials for $12,000.
Jesus.
In approximately 700% markup. So
God damn.
Here's what happens. On March 25th, Feldham also received a shipment from Canada containing approximately 8 pallets of medical face masks, authorities say.
Man.
And so the FBI got onto this guy's case. And FBI agents 2 days later observed an empty box of N95 masks outside his residence. So they were staking him out, basically. And they saw people going in and out and bringing stuff. And so when they approached him outside his home and asked about the medical supplies, Feldham said he had coronavirus and coughed on the agents, officials said.
Oh, man.
Prosecutors said Feldham also lied and told agents that he worked for a company that bought and sold personal protective equipment. So he's lying about that. He's price gouging, which is, not okay. And he also technically assaulted a federal agent, so he's getting charged for assaulting a federal agent.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is the article that I'm reading off of this. This is the first sentence of it, and I love it. The coronavirus outbreak has revealed heroes in every community. And then there's this guy.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, just fuck his ass, dude.
So that's ridiculous. And I saw some things where people were like, oh, it's the government taking... Yeah, you can hoard things if you want, but it's like, it's not if those things that you're hoarding are incredibly helpful to people who actually need them in a global panic.
Exactly.
That's when the FBI can certainly walk up and arrest your ass.
Right.
And so there's a video of it on Twitter that, of course, there's a bunch of people filming it on Twitter, and they're all standing next to each other, so it's like, y'all are fucking idiot. But so, it was just them just loading boxes and boxes of N95 respirators onto, like, a boxcar. And that is just crazy. Let's see. The FBI on Monday night raided the warehouse on Pennsylvania Avenue in an industrial section of Linden, New Jersey that housed Feldham's suspected stash of 80,000 masks.
We love you, Linden, New Jersey!
Yeah, which I believe are now going towards local hospitals.
Jesus.
So, the moral of the story is, don't be a fucking dick.
Right, exactly. Don't be a dick.
Like, it's ridiculous that... I mean, like, I'm not surprised that people are trying to make money off of this thing by, like, buying out a shitload of stuff and then selling it at a higher price. But, like, can you just not, please? Like, do we really have to do this right now? Can we not have this conversation right now? Do you have to be such a cuck?
What's funny is that our solution is to just ask them not to do it on a podcast.
Yeah.
You're like,
well,
all these
unfortunately,
people are being assholes. What's our solution? Hey, guys.
hey, can you just, like, not?
Can we not, please?
Well, I'm waiting for my my FBI jacket costume to come in the mail, so I can't go do much else. But
yeah, I'm waiting for them to stop quarantine so I can go punch that man out.
Yeah, Amazon delayed my package of my FBI costume, so.
Oh shit.
So, this one, we're not sure how valid this is. I am reading this also off of Washington Post, so that should give an indication that it might have some legitimacy. But I was only able to find a couple of other articles after you mentioned it. And Joe Exotic of Tiger King in quarantine after transferring to prison medical center, his husband says. And so, obviously, Joe Exotic, our favorite, I don't even know how to describe him. He's just a dude.
Yeah, Joe Exotic, the weird dude.
So, I know some things were saying that he had coronavirus or he was just in quarantine because of it.
Yep.
But again, I can't really find a lot. So I'm starting to think it's not maybe super valid. Let me see. Let me get NBC Dallas Fort Worth, because obviously that's the only news I trust.
Exactly.
Dylan Passage, Maldonado Passage's husband said that Maldonado Passage is in coronavirus quarantine because inmates at the jail where he was held prior to his transfer tested positive for the virus. Okay.
He changed his name to Maldonado?
Who, Joe Exotic?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Joe Maldonado Passage.
Oh, I thought you said, like, his name was Maldonado Passage.
No.
I was like, change his first name to Maldonado.
No.
Spoiler. No, but... yeah, it's crazy. Can we end with, like, a lighter one?
Yeah, no. If you have it, those are my 3. So if you have have some stuff, go for it.
Yep. The Kraft Foundation, Robert Kraft, just brought the Patriots' personal plane back from China, and brought back with him a total of 1 million masks to be donated to mass hospitals and New York hospitals as well as other different supplies and things. I just think that's a really good thing that he did, in utilizing the personal Patriots plane to go ahead and do that and things like that. So
yeah,
I mean, just a little something to
it's
to be
good
like,
to see people in, a higher tax bracket, we'll say, or who have more money and have more status in society actually like doing stuff. Instead of just making a fucking video of
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. That's my hyperbole of how bad the keys all mash together.
Yes, 100%.
In that song.
So I'm just gonna do a quick little thing on Twitter and see if there's any hot takes on the trending section. But I think that's gonna be it for our
little news segment.
Yes. I think that might be it.
What would you like to do next, sir?
Let's see. What everyone's getting wrong about the toilet paper shortage. I'm just not even going to read that.
Please don't.
I won't. Because next time I open Twitter, it'll be gone by something else equally and crazy as ridiculous. So.
Right.
So let's see. What do we want to do now? It's a rainy evening. We're hanging out. Do you want to kick into poetry hour?
You want to open up Richie's Poetry Corner?
I would.
Let's do it. Thank you all for coming out tonight for the open mic over at Richie's Poetry Corner.
I'm just going to say it right now. The voice you're using is the kind of voice that would say the word Sando.
Oh, no. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, you're right. Please excuse me while I go smoke this American Spirit, and then we'll start the open mic. Remember, we're not charging admission, but a $10 donation to the Save Rich Kids from Their Parents funds would be great. Yes, that would be great. Thank you for joining us down at Warehouse 11. Yeah, we are here at the in the rat cellar.
The rat cellar.
If you've seen the Ruddles, you'd know what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm trying to block off an hour plus to just get fully enveloped in it.
It's so funny. You would thoroughly enjoy it.
It'll probably be a weekend adventure.
Yeah.
So what do you have for us this evening?
I have a poet born 1927. His name is John Ashbery. He is a surrealist poet, so he deals with poems of the subconscious mind. Paradigms of Common Experience is John Ashbery's label for his own poems. The mind listening for its haphazard memories and unconscious desires while hearing the world's buzzing distractions.
Well, that is certainly quite the description.
He was born on a farm in Soonest, New York, studied at Harvard and Columbia, then lived for some years in Paris where he was a translator and art critic before returning to New York. Yep.
And what is this piece called?
So this is a pretty longer piece, so I'm probably going to read one from him tonight. Soonest mended. Soonest mended. You ready? Hey Joe, you want to start that soft jazz music? That would be great if you'd like to go back there and do that. Thanks. In the sound booth. Our sound booth is a table in the back. Great. All right. Soonest mended. Barely tolerated, living on the margin in our technological society, we were always having to be rescued. On the brink of destruction like heroines in Orlando Furioso before it was time to start all over again. There would be thunder in the bushes, a rustling of coils, and Angelica in the Ingress painting was considering the colorful but small monster near her toe, as though wondering whether forgetting the whole thing might not, in the end, be the only solution. And then there always came a time when Happy Hooligan and his rusted green automobile came plowing down the course just to make sure everything was okay. Only by that time we were in another chapter and confused about how to receive this latest piece of information. Was it information? Weren't we rather acting this out for someone else's benefit? Thoughts in a mind with room big enough and to spare for our little problems, so they began to seem? Our daily quandary about food and the rent and bills to be paid? To reduce all this to a small variant, to step free at last, minuscule on the gigantic plateau, this was our ambition. To be clear and small and free. Alas, the summer's energy wanes quickly, a moment and it is gone. And no longer may we make the necessary arrangements, simple as they are. Our star now brighter perhaps when it had water in it. Now there is no question even of that, but only of holding on to the hard earth so as not to get thrown off with an occasional dream, a vision. A robin flies across the upper corner of the window. You brush your hair away and cannot quite see, or a wound will flash against the sweet faces of others, something like, "This is what you wanted to hear, so why did you think of listening to something else?" We were all talkers. It is true, but underneath the talk lies the moving and not wanting to be moved, the loose meaning, untidy and simple like a threshing floor. These, then, were some hazards of the course, yet, though we knew the course was hazards and nothing else, it was still a shock when, almost a quarter of a century later, the clarity of the rules dawned on you for the first time. They were the players, and we who had struggled at the game were merely spectators, though subject to its vicissitudes and moving with it out of the tearful stadium, borne on shoulders at last. Night after night this message returns, repeated in the flickering bulbs of the sky, raised past us, taken away from us, yet hours over and over until the end that is past truth, the being of our sentences and the climate that fostered them, not ours to own like a book, but to be with and sometimes to be without, alone and desperate. But the fantasy makes it ours, a kind of fence-sitting, raised to the level of an aesthetic ideal. These were moments, years, solid with reality, faces, nameable events, kisses, heroic acts, but like the friendly beginning of a geometrical progression, not too reassuring, as though meaning could be cast aside someday when it had been outgrown. Better, you said, to stay cowering like this in the early lessons, since the promise of learning is a delusion, and I agreed, adding that tomorrow would alter the sense of what had already been learned, that the learning process is extended in this way, so that from this standpoint none of us ever graduates from college, for time is an emulsion, and probably thinking not to grow up is the brightest kind of maturity for us, right now at any rate. And you see, both of us were right, though nothing has somehow come to nothing. The avatars of our conforming to the rules and living around the home have made, well, in a sense, good citizens of us, brushing the teeth and all that, and learning to accept the charity of the hard moments as they are doled out, for this is action. This is not being sure, this careless preparing, sowing the seeds crooked in the furrow, making ready to forget, and always coming back to the mooring of starting out that day so long ago. So that was Soonest Mended by John Ashbery.
It's very interesting. I could definitely see where you go surrealist on there.
Yep. I love some lines that really stand out to me. We're merely spectators, though, subject to its vicissitudes and moving with it out of the tearful stadium, borne on shoulders at last. We're finally... Right? You know, I mean, they were the players, and we who had struggled at the game were spectators. So it's this game of life. How do we become a player?
I like.
Is there someone else playing, and are we actually just spectating?
Ooh, that's a good point. I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was time is an emulsion. Was it
yes.
time? Yeah. I just
Yep.
that really stood out to me. Just the way it rolled off.
Yep, that the learning process is extended in this way, so that from this standpoint, none of us ever graduates from college, for time is an emulsion, and probably thinking not to grow up is the brightest kind of maturity for us right now, at any rate. Like,
that whole part was really
right. It's
I dig it.
Me too, especially none of us ever graduates from college.
Yeah.
are we constantly learning, and are we going to end up just having to be in debt all of our lives? You know what I mean?
All right, I do.
So on, real quick, I just got a notification that
Sure.
I tweeted a picture. If my name wasn't my name, what name do I look like? And a picture of myself, Luke
Yes.
Hoytich.
Oh, yes.
Dickon. Dickon with the sunglasses emoji and then the okay emoji.
Oh my god.
I was also just told I look like a mason as well. So
Like a stonemason? No, I know you meant mason.
yeah, right. Yeah, I just look like a fucking mason, dude.
Yeah. So, I only got a couple. I did the same thing, and our good friend Elena Friedman, our good friend from school, Elena Friedman.
From school,
From
Elena
school.
Friedman.
They said Rembrandt or something equally artsy / pretentious. So,
Dude,
that really sums it up. And
I could just imagine your parents naming you Rembrandt.
Oh god, could you imagine? But like,
dude,
I could go by Rem, which could be kind of cool. I wouldn't go by Remy because that sounds pretentious as shit. Remy is a stupid name for me, at least. I wouldn't be a Remy. Then I could go by Brant, which isn't really great.
You wouldn't be Remy, but you would be Remi. Hey, this is my good buddy Remi. Hey Remi, get over here, dick. You fucking cunt, get over here. meet my buddies Clyde, Daryl, and Clyde.
So speaking
Cletus.
of artsy and pretentious, we're gonna do a little bit of a departure with Richie's Poetry Hour.
Ooh.
And because I actually have a piece that I would like to read.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up to the stage for open mic, Mr. Alex Weber.
So this is a piece by Gary Snyder, who you read from yesterday.
I love Gary Snyder.
And I really did enjoy his pieces that you read. And I was looking him up, and I was on Wikipedia, and just the first sentence of his thing. Gary Snyder is an American man of letters. And I'm just like, what do I have to do in my life to have that kind of title?
Dude, how could I be a man of letters?
Right. So this piece is actually from Rip Rap and Cold Mountain Poems. And of course you read Rip Rap yesterday. This is Hay for the Horses.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you're
Awesome.
familiar with that one.
No, I'm not actually.
Okay. Because I was looking for some pieces by him because I knew I wanted to read something tonight, but I didn't know where to go because I'm not super acquainted with poetry. But again, really liked his stuff, so I started with him.
Cool.
And I was reading it, and I'm like, oh, I really like this. And then I got to the end, and I'm like, all right, I'm definitely reading this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up to the stage for open mic night, Mr. Alex Weber.
Hey, Paul, can you start that jazz music again for me, Paul?
Welcome to the Giggle Hut nightly poetry reading. Tonight we're joined by Mr. Alex Weber reciting some of the Zen Buddhist Gary Snyder.
Are you actually gonna play that in the background?
I don't have bongos.
Okay, all right.
And my cojones are downstairs.
Damn. Okay, that would have been. We have to do that one time. That'd be fucking cool.
Just, dude, I have bongos like boom, doodly, boom, boom, boom,
All right.
boom, boom. Let's
Okay.
do it.
So let's hold on. Let me.
All right. Yes, coat your throat with that sweet berry wine. Coat that throat, sloat that moat, brote that scrote,
Okay. So
coat that scrote.
This is Hay for the Horses by Gary
Hay
Snyder.
for the horses. All right, Richie, get serious.
He had driven half the night, from far down San Joaquin, through Mariposa, up the dangerous mountain roads, and pulled in at 8 a.m. with his big truckload of hay behind the barn. With winch and ropes and hooks, we stacked the bales up clean to splintery redwood rafters. High in the dark, flecks of alfalfa whirling through shingle cracks of light. Itch of hay dust in the sweaty shirt and shoes. At lunchtime, under black oak, out in the hot corral, the old mare nosing lunch pails, grasshoppers crackling in the weeds. I'm 68, he said. I first bucked hay when I was 17. I thought, that day I started, I sure would hate to do this all my life. And damn it, That's just what I've gone and done. Gary Snyder, Hay for the Horses.
Damn. Ooh.
And I
He
love
grew
that.
up
And
just like me. My son was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle. And Dude, is that Cats in the Cradle or not? Little boy blue and the man on the moon.
Yes.
No, that's a great poem.
So
I
what
really
I love
enjoy
about that one is because, again, I started reading it, and this was the same way I felt with the other pieces that you read from him last night, is that, like, his way of really painting a scene in really not a lot of words either. Like, this is not a long poem by any means, but, like, I can transport myself to the setting that he's writing from.
Yep, I closed my eyes the entire time you read it, and I was just... The whole thing is just...
And I love it because
it
sets up this scene, and then just, like, the last, like, 5 lines, especially the last 2, and damn it, that's just what I've gone and done. I was just like, that is awesome. Because it's cheeky, it's funny, and it doesn't take away from the rest of the piece.
And what is his personal bucking, Hay?
Ooh.
You know, what is his personal bucking? Is it poetry? Is it Zen Buddhism?
That's a good point. You know, we take it literally as I'm just bucking hay, but everyone has their different, their own bucking of hay.
Everyone's got their favorite type of buck.
Mine's the one that you throw on the ground at the titty bar.
Mine's the one where I'm on top and she's flat on her back.
By the way, I think if anyone's ever, like, you've ever said the word titty bar and not in, like, a ironic, like, funny way, you're like, hey, you want to go to the titty bar? Go fuck yourself.
Dude, I've also never really heard titty bar. I've heard booby bar just because of alliteration. I've heard that more.
I've never heard booby bar. And I'm a big fan of alliteration, so.
Yep. So, one of my dad's coworkers, this was a couple years ago, ended up getting, like, an account in New York called something like bar or steak or something like that. And they asked for a bunch of, like, and all they were really ordering were, like, jams and preserves and stuff.
Interesting.
So they're like, that's weird. So they look it up, and my dad just leans over and goes, that's a booby bar.
Oh, my God.
You're just like, oh, damn it. It was like, Dad, how did you not talk to HR after that?
So wait, a strip club was just ordering jams and preserves?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're watching John Mulaney's Twitter right now.
I
so
saw
much stuff about Sack Lunch Watch.
I saw that.
Oh, it's because they're doing a live watch of it.
I saw him a lot on there. And are they not doing an Oh Hello podcast? I think I saw that. They're starting an Oh Hello.
I feel like they did. I feel like they started doing that, like, a while ago.
I saw him post something about it, so I don't know if it was new or not. But what I like about it, it's Oh Hello, and then the podcast. It's P''D cast. The podcast.
For this podcast. Thank you. My name is Gilface Uncharmed, I'm sure, and welcome to the Oh Hello podcast.
Yeah, 7 hours ago, John Mulaney and Nick Kroll will release Oh Hello, the podcast.
I'm super... dude, I love the Netflix when they put that on Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Is that still on Netflix?
It better be.
Oh, I'll check right now, because I was... strangely enough, I was thinking about that yesterday. Oh, I know why. Did you see that video that I posted on Twitter? It was this woman who was doing an impersonation of John Mulaney. About
Melissa Villasenor.
The pillows.
Yes.
Oh my God! I was like, all right,
I gotta give it.
I'm like, I gotta give it a listen, and then I heard it, and I'm like, okay, that sounds like John Mulaney.
This is one of those hipster things about me, like I was into before she was cool. So I actually followed her. She was originally just a comedian, stand-up comedian, and then she ended up getting on America's Got Talent.
Really?
Back when Sharon and Piers were still on it.
Yeah.
And doing comedy impressions. And she does, like, Christina, Miley Cyrus, stuff like that. And now she's actually on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really? She's a cast member?
So she's part of the cast now, which I think is awesome. And, yeah, she does some really funny stuff with them. And, yeah.
That John Mulaney, though, that was spot the freak on.
I don't know if you saw the Sack Lunch Bunch special.
I didn't.
Did you watch it? You must have. Oh, it is one of the funniest things I think I've seen.
Okay.
It is a kids variety special made by adults without any like talking to kids about it, and it's all and they casted kids, and the kids are called the Sack Lunch Bunch. One of my favorite jokes, and I'm not gonna like spoil anything, but they're sitting around. It looks like a Sesame Street set.
Yeah.
And this young girl just turns to John Mulaney and goes, "Guess who I saw on the subway today?" And he just looks at her and goes, "Fran Lebowitz." And she looks back and she's like, "Yes." Like that's where it ends. Just like, "Guess who I saw on the subway today? Fran Lebowitz." Yes.
I'll definitely have to watch that. And I definitely want to rewatch Oh Hello.
Oh Hello is it's so good. I got to rewatch that again. Oh Hello.
Yeah, we watched that together.
We did. Yeah. That and Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Oh my god. I remember the first time I watched Howard the Duck. I was in high school, and my friends and I came across it, and we were like, "All right, we got to do it." We watched like half an hour of it, and we're like, "We can't do it.
Can't do this. It's so bad, but that's what makes it so good."
Yeah. Apparently he's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He is. Yeah. Howard the Duck is an actual like comic book.
Yeah.
That was made by Stan Lee, and he actually makes appearances. If you notice, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I believe, or Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Wasn't he in a post-credit?
He was in a post-credit scene, but he originally made his first appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy when they went to go talk to Benicio del Toro, playing the Collector. He's in one of the cages there, which then becomes in Endgame or Infinity War when they blow up the place. He's like, what's up?
I didn't see Endgame or Infinity War. I'm really not like super huge into Marvel movies actually, but I did really like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah, like I never really got into like all like the side movies.
Yeah.
I just kind of watched the main story. So like Guardians of the Galaxy, I really enjoyed just because it was.
Yeah, it's different.
At first, it just felt like a different movie until they put it in.
Yeah.
To it, but like. I watched like Avengers, Civil War, and then Infinity War, Endgame. Like I watched all those in a row, which is fun, just because that single story. But then it's like, but no, you gotta watch this movie to explain how this happened, and you gotta go to this one. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Just do like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like too much.
9 movies. Tell us a story. That's it. Don't make us go watch other shit to like ask why. You know what I mean?
Ask not what your movie can do for you, but what you can do for your movie.
Yeah. I'm excited for the new Obi-Wan. I don't know if it's a series or a movie that they're doing.
That reminds me of something that I saw on Reddit the other day, actually, while I said what you can do for your movie theater. I forgot where this was. It was somewhere that obviously wasn't as locked down as maybe other parts of the country were.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess a movie theater, clearly, regardless of what your lockdown status is or anything, you can't really operate.
Exactly.
You shouldn't, because it's a health risk. But what they did was they painted the side of the building with a certain kind of like paint or material, and then brought a projector out and did like a drive-in movie.
Oh, that's great.
And you could have like food. You could order food from inside and have it brought out to you. And it was like a legitimate drive-in movie in the parking lot. Yeah. And it's like, that would be really cool. But, I mean, obviously, certain places that are more affected by all this and have more strict, stay-at-home stuff, you can't do it. But that was one thing that I saw a lot of. It's like, oh, well, maybe drive-in movies will make a comeback. And I'm like, you know what? I fucking hope they do, because that'd be cool.
Yeah. Every year, they release something called the Grateful Dead Meetup at the Movies. Yeah. And what is really cool is it's an unreleased concert, and they release it in theaters. And I've always wanted to go there for 1 year, but at the Mendon Twin Drive-In in Mass, now that you're in Mass, we should go see it. They actually have a full Grateful Dead band start out the show.
Ooh, that's
cool. And then they play the movie, and then I think they do like a set or two after as well. So, and it's just like a full night of just music. And I'm going to turn you into a Deadhead whether you like it or not.
Dude, again, I love that. When I saw your thing of turning JB into a Deadhead, I'm just like, yo, I'm the final boss, man.
Yes,
it's literally not that I have anything against the Grateful Dead. Like, again, you've sent me stuff and I've really fucked with it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's not one of those things where it's like I hear it and I'm like, I'm going to devote my entire life and like obsess over this.
Exactly.
And again,
which is something that I have done.
Yeah, and that's just, I guess I'm not just like aligned with it. Again, nothing against them. But it would be interesting for you to try to turn me, because I'm so just like, I guess, indifferent about it.
I have. So the only way I can truly turn you is I'm going to take you to a show one day.
Okay. I mean,
Either Dark Star Orchestra show or a Dead and Company show or one of those shows. And my favorite part of those shows is standing up on the rail. So getting right up to the rail in front of all the monitors so your ears bleed after. And about halfway through the second set when they're doing all the solos and stuff.
Yeah.
You get on your tiptoes and you just turn around and just look at the crowd. Oh, it's the best. It's one of the best feelings. And you still have the music going, but you can just look at all of the crowd behind you. It's one of the coolest things ever.
That does sound pretty cool from like an experiential perspective.
Yep. It's one of the only bands that I've seen live where everybody who's there gets on the same wavelength by like the second set.
That is pretty cool though.
Oh man, it's awesome, and everybody gets into it, and you make friends. Like I have numbers of people that I met just at a show, and this guy's like, yeah, I follow him around, and I'm a middle school teacher, and I'm like, fuck yeah, you are. Like let's go. So I think it's so cool.
You teach those horny fucks.
Right? It's so cool, and it's people that most of the time it's also people that you never expected. Like I saw the parent when I went in November to go see Dark's Orchestra. I saw the parent of, I think I told this story already, but I saw the parent of a student at my old music school.
Oh, really?
That was there, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you were into the Dead, and we vibed for a good 10 minutes before the show started. But yeah, that was a fun night because I don't know if I actually turned Tom Knox into, shout out to Thomas Knox, into a Deadhead, but he did tell me he was impressed, so yeah, I think that's a start.
Good. I miss Tom Knox.
I miss Tom Knox so much.
I haven't seen Tom Knox in so long.
Dude, he and I are in the same town, and I haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah,
because of this.
Yeah, because of this. But I forgot about that. You guys are in the same town.
Yep. And our good friend, who's in Vermont right now, Nicholas Johnston.
Yes.
Is also from the same town as me.
He's up there with, cool. Again, our shout out from an episode ago, 2 episodes ago. Yep. Reagan Murphy and Jamie Griffin.
And Jamie Griffin and Reagan Murphy.
Kicking it up in Burlington, Vermont.
Some of our really good friends up there. They're nice people. They're nice people.
I knew that was living coming. As soon as I heard it, I knew it was coming.
They're nice people living in Vermont. I personally will not go to Vermont just because little Bernie lives there. But they do make great ice cream. And I do love me some Ben & Jerry's. some Ben Jerusalem. It's great. I traveled yesterday to Jerusalem with my good friend Adele Nazim. Man, that is an old meme, huh?
Yeah.
Making fun of John Travolta's dyslexia. Let's go. Let's do it. Actually, no. He's a Scientologist. I'll make fun of whatever about him.
Yeah. Fuck John Travolta.
Dude.
What has he done other than Pulp Fiction that's any good?
Grease.
Yeah.
Actually, he did a lot. Saturday Night Fever.
Okay, you got a point. What has he done? What has he done recently? That's good.
Old Dogs. Wasn't he in the remake of The Taking of Pelham 123?
I don't know. Let's do a little fact check on what what the fuck has John Travolta been up to? That's going to be a new segment on our show.
What is John Travolta doing?
Okay. So let's just kick right over to filmography.
Oh, he was in Face Off.
Yeah, I did see that too. But Scientology
he did the fucking Gotti movie.
Oh, really?
Such a bad movie, dude. On Joe Gotti, he played Joe Gotti.
Oh my god.
Battlefield Earth.
John Gotti.
And what was his screen debut?
The Devil's Reign.
Nope.
Oh, I don't know. What do you got?
Carrie.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the guys in Carrie that tried to. He was the boy in the plastic bubble.
Oh my god. Oh, dude. Do you know the movie Fast Time in Ridgemont High?
Do I know the movie Fast Times in Ridgemont High?
Did you know that Nicolas Cage is in that movie?
He is, yep.
He has a very small role in it, and that was cool. And that's when I learned that. That's also when I knew that he was a Coppola.
He is a Coppola?
Yeah, I think Francis Ford Coppola is like his uncle or something. Let me fact check that.
Oh shit.
His real last name might be Coppola. Let's check it out. Yeah, Nicholas Kim Coppola. Nicolas Cage's middle name is Kim, which is fucking cool.
Nick Kim Cage.
Nick Kim Cage.
Nick Cage.
He is the nephew of director Francis Ford Coppola.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So what do you know? And I believe that was his first. That was his film debut was Fast Times.
Oh, Nick
I
Cage?
really do enjoy that movie.
Yep. And what was Jeff Goldblum's film debut?
Ooh, I don't know.
He was his very first film he was in Annie Hall.
Okay.
He has one line in the whole thing. It's when they're at Paul Simon's party.
Yeah.
And they walk by him and he's on the phone and all you hear him say is he's chewing gum. And he goes, "Yeah, I forgot my mantra."
Yeah.
And it cuts and I'm just like, oh man, so fucking 70s, dude.
I did see that when I was watching a Jeff Goldblum, or just a random Jeff Goldblum video.
No, he's great. I don't know if you've watched. You have to see if you can find it. If you don't have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I heard about that.
Oh, so good. It's just him, and it's like he does an episode on ice cream, and he starts it and he goes, today we're going to be talking about creamy, yes, delicious, frozen, yes, ice cream, and and we can
yeah. Oh my god!
And I'm like, dude, is it me or is Jeff Goldblum just always on the verge of an orgasm?
I mean, if I was Jeff Goldblum, especially like right now, Jeff Goldblum, like Silver Fox Jeff Goldblum, I would always be on the verge of an orgasm.
Dude, what's that picture of him like holding two women, but like one of his hands is like around her?
Oh yeah, goals.
But it's weird because he also has like a wife and and like kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, are you okay?
I mean, you're Jeff Goldblum.
And I love that his name is in for doing the apartments.com commercials.
Oh yeah.
He's not Jeff Goldblum, like he's playing a character. Like that has a name.
Really? I
Something,
didn't know that.
I think his name is like something apartment, like his name is like apartment, and I'm like, dude,
Joe,
he's playing a character. Like what the fuck?
Joe Apartment.
You see, because with what I consider as a chaos theory is that if take a drop of water on the top of your hand, see tiny imperfections of water. I'm sorry, I love Jeff Goldblum and I love Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
he does such a good job with that. What else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm kind of thinking of Jeff Goldblum now. I'm definitely gonna watch Sack Lunch Bunch. Is that what it's called?
John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch.
Definitely gonna watch that tonight.
I'm trying to. Richard Kind he does girl talk. Oh, I love it. It's so funny. And just Richard Kind. Yeah, there's some really great cameos in there that you have to watch. One of my favorite parts is just John playing chess with one of the little kids that's on his cast, but they have like an actual full-on intellectual conversation as they're playing. Like it. Oh my god, it's so good. They do some great songs. I love it.
Damn, I had a question for you and then I just completely forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's really not that important. O.J. Simpson convinced Carole Baskin killed her husband. I saw that.
Of course he is.
I just saw that on
I am
Facebook now, but I saw it earlier on Twitter, and someone shared it, and he was like, "Finally, an expert weighs in," and I was like, "Whew."
Yeah, I was. So this episode also drove home the fact that she definitely killed her husband.
Yeah.
When because he's talking about this was spoilers for anyone who's watched it, and if you got this far in the fucking podcast, dude, I'm fucking gonna tell you. And he's accusing the workers of putting cologne on his shoes, so that the tiger would get him. And it cuts to Carole saying like,
and she was like,
"You want a guy to
use sardine sauce or something?"
Yeah, you'd cover a guy in sardine oil. And I was like, that yeah, of course you're gonna say that. Like, don't you fucking say that.
I saw a meme about that.
You are
today.
under investigation still. Now it's gonna be brought up again. Well, not anymore, but like.
It was.
Also, I'm trying to figure out when they shot like most of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, cause let's see if we can get.
Because he's currently in prison, and there's like times when he's like giving full interviews. Yeah. And there's times when like you hear him like calling from prison, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'd be like, and I just want to know how they like pitched this when they filmed it, because like they have, interviews with Carole Baskin, and they're there with Carole Baskin, but then at the same time, this documentary is just like, hey, there's a good chance that this bitch down in Florida, Carole Baskin, killed her husband. So like, you don't walk up to her and be like, hey, do you want to be on our docuseries? We're gonna make you look like you killed someone, but it's fine.
Yep. She did actually give criticism
Oh, really?
about it. Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. And then I think like the producers gave criticism back or something
Ooh.
like that about like how did you not? We were completely like telling you that like this is what we're talking about and like we're gonna talk about it and shit. And it's just like, come on, like really. I'm just excited for these final 2 episodes. Honestly I might finish it tonight.
You should. So I'm trying to find out like when they filmed it, but right now I'm just getting like release dates.
Yep.
But on Wikipedia it says future a limited series adaptation is in development, headed by Universal Content Productions, and I did see that online today.
Ooh,
they're gonna
like
do
an actual like dramatized version of
like
it.
a scripted version of it.
Ooh.
It will be based on the second season of Wondery's Over My Dead Body podcast, because this company Wondery did have a Tiger King podcast that apparently was pretty good. So I definitely want to check that out. But then with Kate McKinnon set to executive produce and portray Carole Baskin. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they could do better. No other castings.
I feel like they're gonna try to do a funny route with it then.
I hope they don't. Like,
yeah.
I don't really know a ton of Kate McKinnon stuff, but like I can't see her doing Carole Baskin.
Yeah.
I did see there was a thing where it was it was Edward Norton and someone else who were like duking it out over Twitter on who would play a better Joe Exotic. And I'm like, I would pay to see Edward Norton as Joe Exotic.
Oh, not dude, that he Ed would Norton's be Joe Exotic.
Not that he would be the best Joe Exotic, but to see Edward Norton as Joe Exotic would be awesome.
I'll See You and Raise You 5, also directed by Wes Anderson.
Holy shit.
Wes Anderson directing Ed Norton as Joe Exotic.
Yo.
Just like fucking just the best zooms like ever. Dude, that's like if you ever want to like describe Wes Anderson as someone who's never seen a movie, just go everything like is just zoomed.
There's a lot of pastels.
A lot of pastels, a lot of miniatures.
Oh, are you excited for the new Wes Anderson film?
There's a new one?
Yeah, it's I don't know what the release date is.
I'm pulling this up now.
It was just announced. It's called The French Dispatch.
I believe I have heard of it.
Yeah. Can I get like a quick background? The film has been described as a love letter to journalists set at an outpost of an American newspaper in a fictional 20th century French city. Centering on 3 storylines, it brings to life a collection of tales published in the eponymous The French Dispatch, based in a fictional French city. That's the same sentence as the first sentence. The film is inspired by Anderson's love for the New Yorker, and some characters and events in the film are based on real-life equivalents from the magazine. We have we have Benicio del Toro, Adrian Brody, Tilda Swinton,
Timothy Chalamet,
Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, Edward Norton, Willem Dafoe, Christoph Waltz, Jason Schwartzman, Henry Winkler.
Yep.
So we got a little Fonzie action.
Liev Schreiber, Bob Balaban. Dude, Bob Balaban, was he the old guy in Moonrise Kingdom, I think? Or you've never seen Moonrise Kingdom? I'm excited for Frances McDormand.
Was that a joke?
Oh, wait, shit. Never mind. Sorry.
Did you just say I've never seen Moonrise Kingdom?
Listen to me. I got you confused with my brother. Yeah, okay. Bob Balaban was the narrator in Moonrise Kingdom. He was like, this is where we are.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie so much.
Someone just said that, my good friend Aaron on Twitter said that my name, if it wasn't my name, would probably be Simon.
Ooh. Oh, and it was Dax Shepard who was the person that Edward Norton was duking it out with on Twitter.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I watched a movie somewhat recently, and I was like, oh, Edward Norton played that role? And I gotta figure out what it was. I did recently, within, like, I don't know, the past 8 months, watch American History X for the first time.
Ooh. Yeah, that is...
I am surprised that it took me so long to see,
Yeah, I'm surprised that
holy
being the
shit.
cinephile that you are.
Because, like, you hear of American History X and, like, you get, like, the basic premise of it, the whole, like, white supremacy thing. So you're like, oh, it's one of those movies. But then, like, you watch it and, like, you get all the way through it and you're like, holy shit. Oh, my
that's
God.
one of those movies.
I wish I could watch that movie again for the first time.
If you want a really weird watch, have you ever seen, it's called CSA, Confederate States of America?
No,
it's a satirical look on America if the South won the Civil War.
Ooh.
And, like, what would have happened? Oh, it's fucking weird, dude. It is just so weird. It's like a bunch of commercials and, like, little vignettes about, like, what it would be. Oh, it's so weird.
That's interesting.
It's so weird.
Oh, yeah, it was, Here I was thinking that I was watching a movie, and I was like, oh, yeah, that is Edward Norton.
Yeah.
I was watching Sausage Party, and Sammy Bagel Jr., that's Edward Norton.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, and
it's they have the bagel, and then the what is it? I don't want to get it wrong.
The gay one?
Yeah, with the
with the hair, with the cream cheese hair.
Yeah, and then who was he hanging out with? The Lavash.
Duke Lavash.
Yeah. Okay. Kareem Abdul Lavash. So it's him and then Sammy Bagel Jr. And when I was watching the credits, it was like Sammy Bagel Jr., Edward Norton. I'm like, wait, that's Edward Norton? All my friends were like,
fucking Norton?
They're like, yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. This is the third time I've seen this movie, and I had no idea.
Oh, damn it.
How you feeling, Richie?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty fine. Pretty fine.
Yeah.
But what do you say? I mean, we just hit an hour.
Yeah.
You
want to call it?
I'm starting to maybe wind down. I definitely want to watch Sack Lunch Bunch.
You definitely have to do it and give me live updates as you watch it.
I will. So again, we mentioned this earlier. A couple things. First of all, 10th episode. So that's pretty cool.
Hooray there. Congratulations are in order.
From
everyone watching, give us fucking congratulations.
If I don't get texts or DMs or Facebook messages saying, hey,
happy 10,
I'm going to know that you didn't listen to it.
That's like my favorite Vine ever. I believe Corbin Blue walks in on his his girlfriend. Blue. Hey babe, happy 1 year. And she just looks at him and goes, I'm 27, and it just cuts. I'm like, oh yeah,
my god.
Happy 1 year.
Oh.
27.
So, thank you anyone listening who listened to all 10 episodes. I know we got a couple people who are frequent listeners.
Oh, awesome. Thank you guys.
Hopefully we can get some more people on board. I hope to have all of our episodes on Facebook officially either this weekend or early next weekend.
You mean YouTube?
YouTube, what did I say? Facebook?
Yep.
YouTube. I said Facebook because I commented on Facebook about that earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully get that done by this weekend or like early next weekend, since as of tomorrow at evening, I'm not going to have a job. So I'll have some more time to just delegate to doing whatever I want. And that is going to be cleaning up all of this and getting it on there. And who knows, maybe episode 6.5 will come soon. We also have another little piece of fun content that we talked about before we started recording that I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to be funny. So we're definitely going to do that. And it'll help you get a little glimpse into how our pre-show goes.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you for everyone. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you're listening to all 10 episodes, we really appreciate it. This, and I tweeted about it. No, this was my Facebook post today. Or was it my Twitter? I don't really know. This podcast has definitely been like my grounding wire to sanity.
Mine also. It's been really like my only creative outlet.
No, dude, I totally agree 100%. Because I think I was talking to our good friend from school, Elena Friedman, the other day.
Oh, really?
I know, right?
Our good friend?
Our good friend from school.
From school?
Elena Friedman.
Elena Friedman
who's going to be on the show on Monday.
from school. Oh yes, they're gonna be on the show. I'm super excited.
So they're going to be on the show on Monday. We're super stoked. But I was talking to them and I was like, yeah, you know what? I really haven't done anything like creative for myself in a very long time. Literally other than this.
Same. I haven't really. I mean, I came up with like the couple like little tiny sketches, and I've been just recording covers of songs, but
yeah. But
nothing else really. I should get back to my writing.
I definitely need to find something else. I was talking to another one of my friends from high school before. He was like, "Yeah, I feel like this is a good time to really like get into some like doing some music stuff." And I'm like, "Why the fuck I've been doing that? Like, I have a guitar and a bass here. I could be playing like all evening, so I'll definitely be getting into that." That would be cool if we could do some sort of musical thing some point in the near future.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but we'll do it. So let's see. I just went off on a huge tangent. So thanks for 10 episodes. Keep it real. Stay tuned and stay hyped for Monday's episode with our good friend from school, Anna Friedman. And I think we are now officially going to stick to a regimented schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We've had sort of a normal schedule recently. Yeah. Just because it's what's worked out, but we have a lot of leeway where it's like, yeah, well, maybe we won't do tonight and we'll pick up tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to release an episode Monday through Friday.
Yep.
Which means that
I'm down for that.
We record Sunday through Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And then release it the next day, which is totally cool with me. I kind of like that because at that point, starting on Monday, this is basically just going to be my job. But it's still a hobby because it's not going to pay me anything. But, like, this is what I look forward to and put effort into starting on Monday. So we're going to do that. It's going to be super cool. I think that's all I got. So
yeah, I'd say it's a good time to kill this puppy.
Jesus Christ, no.
I think it's a good time to kill our husband.
I think it's a good time to cover our husband in sardine oil and feed him to a tiger. I mean, what?
I think this is a good time to talk about bleeding.
So, that being said, everyone other than Carole Baskin, I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, night, whenever you're listening to this. I hope it's a good one. We want to give you a friendly reminder from all of us here at the show to shut the fuck up and stay inside.
Yep. Amen. Don't make me say it again.
Mainly just the stay inside part. I mean, some goddamn peace and quiet is pretty nice every once in a while, but, like, I need people to talk to, so don't fully shut the fuck up, but shut the fuck up and stay inside.
Cry into the pages of a book.
The Bible.
Do whatever.
The Bible, damn it.
Cry into my Bible, bitch.
So thank you everyone again for listening. Keep hanging out for more episodes, more guests, more goofs, more gaffes, and everything. Yep. Stay safe. Keep doing your best, because I don't know about you, but the whole... I felt like I was getting cool with the whole isolation thing and just staying home.
But you can't. That's the thing.
And there was a couple days where I was like, yeah, you know what? This is cool. I'm rocking this. But then, like, today and yesterday, it's just like, oh.
Nope.
Fuck, I feel kind of depressed. So, hope everyone listening is doing well. Always reach out to your friends if you need someone to talk to. Again, we're going through a bunch of crazy shit, and we're all doing it together. So, you might as well share your experience with someone.
Exactly.
You can listen to them. They can listen to you. Help each other out. So stay safe, stay healthy, try to stay sane, and as always, stay socially distant.
Bye-bye.